2024, the year of change, as nearly half the world goes to the voting polls. Hello, this is ChartGPT. Today, yes, there's about almost half of the world is going to be voting for their leaders in 2024. So theoretically, this will be a year of change. Let's take a quick look at the map here. Here's 83 elections across 78 countries. We won't see this kind of election because of the election cycles until 2048. So this is going to be an unusual year for voting. So we all been talking about the U.S. presidential election, but there's many going on around the world. Here's kind of an infographic from Bloomberg. It's only counted 40, but it's 21% of the number of countries, but it's 3.2 billion. It's about 41% in GDP. It's about 42%, so a little bit less than half. But then this is only 40 countries. I don't know if those other countries were significant enough to change those numbers. But the point is, it's nearly half. So there's a lot of money at stake, a lot of power, a lot of positions, a lot of policies at stake. So it's interesting to see which are the ones that might be the most watched here. This is by region, the global region. We have Algeria and probably South Africa. They're probably the two big ones going on in Africa this year. So you can take a look at the dates. You can take a look at the description links and references in the post link in the description box below. Here's the Americas. Obviously we have the U.S. election, but then Canada's also in certain of the provinces. Mexico's got a big election, and Venezuela, of course, they were doing the saber rattling with their neighbors there, so that could be a key election going on down there. Asia, we have India, big elections in India, Indonesia, and we have the legislative in Iran, because that's be important because of the issues with the ongoing Mideast wars. Pakistan as well, and of course Taiwan is a big one there. So those are kind of the highlight in the Asian region. And you're looking at Europe. The Europeans are going to be electing their parliament, which is pretty key. So that'll be going on this summer. And of course Russia is also having theirs, and some different regional elections in the UK. So those are the highlighted areas. Not to be forgotten, down in Oceania, Australia is having a few territorial regional elections down there as well. So how are we doing on the terms of democracy globally? This is kind of a global kind of a view on how people think their political system needs reforming. Spain tops the list. They're unhappy down there. But remember, this needs to be completely reformed, and it needs major changes. Those are pretty big numbers all up and down the road. So people aren't very happy. Here's kind of a dissatisfaction with democracy. In all democracies, it's well over 50% are dissatisfied. So there's something going wrong in the processes there, right? And here's dissatisfaction in developed countries. It has supposed to be better, right? But it's been growing. So 50% of the democracies in the developed world are not happy. People always blame the third world for all the third world banana republics, but it's ongoing in developed worlds as well. Of course, this is U.S. numbers. It was doing pretty well, and since 2010, people have become more and more dissatisfied. So the issue becomes, we're not going to go into this, but the issue becomes everybody thinks the other guy is rigging the election. And of course, if you deny it, then you're an election denier. So this is going to be a big issue going into 2024. We're not going to get into it. There's many ways to rig an election, and probably more than you could think of. So that's a whole topic unto itself. Of course, it's already started here. South Korean opposition leader Lee Jae-myung is stabbed in the neck. So this is already happening. So we're going to see this kind of stuff all through the year. So it's a year of change, and it could be a dubious one at that. Take a look at the AI, and they give an opinion about how election integrity is a global concern or not. And here's the quick question: with all this voting going on, will things dramatically change? Take our online poll there. Follow the post link in the description box, and don't forget to subscribe.